Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you probably until 5 o'clock. I might stay till 5 o'clock. I hope everything is going good with everybody. Hope everything is going good. As all, not always, but I'm checking out Wyatt as he's kind of wrapping things up. And again, if you don't watch Wyatt live, if you don't know about Wyatt Live, it's a show platform. He's on Facebook and all of that kind of stuff too. You can just type in Wyatt Live, check him out. You might not agree with the stuff he say. I don't be agreeing with a lot of stuff he say. But it's always an interesting conversation, and you can't beat an interesting conversation. You can't beat an interesting conversation. So that's why, I watch, y'all know my habits are, I'm watching Lincoln. I don't agree with a lot of stuff he say either, but it's always entertaining. I watch Wyatt, always interesting. And then I come here and I ramble. Not necessarily a good, interesting conversation. It's just me rambling. And then I go off. And then I try to go do something. Like I got to go clean the cars today. If it ain't raining, it looked like it was a little, gonna rain earlier. So if it ain't raining, then I'll go wash the cars today. If it is raining, I'll figure out something in the house to do. I hope everybody's though doing good. Let me get to this. Let's put this up here. And let's get to it. Robert Willis. Good afternoon. We got Erica. Good afternoon. Erica's representing Reading. We got Maria in the house representing North College Hill. Phyllis in the house. Good afternoon, Phyllis. We got David in the house. Little baby gone. She's off for the summer. I hope she have a good time. But we got David. Dave Stinger. Dave Stinger is not here. I haven't heard from Dave. I'm gonna have to give Dave Stinger a call. But Dave is checking in, representing Westchester. Preston in the house, representing Avondale. Good afternoon, Preston. Got Pat. Good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a great day. Phyllis. Good afternoon, Phyllis. Good afternoon. DeWanda in the house. Good afternoon, DeWanda. I don't know why I feel like you have to say, I'm sure people say your name like that sometimes. You get on people's nerves. Because your name is DeWanda. There's no doubt that you get on people's nerves. If your name is DeWanda, you get on people's nerves. And then they be like, DeWanda. But good afternoon, DeWanda. Lewis, good afternoon. This is Lewis Talbert representing Sharonville, not the other Lewis. Sea Breeze representing Boston. Good afternoon. Got Myosha in the house. Good afternoon, Myosha. Good afternoon. Drea representing Sycamore Township. Look, I say stuff, and I don't mean to be, I'm never trying to be mean. No matter what it sounds like, I am never intentionally trying to be mean. So if something comes off as being mean, that was not my intent, okay? Say that from the beginning. So you got to know where people coming from. That's one of the things, I'm getting back to you, Dre. That's one of the things, my aunt told me that a long time ago. When I don't remember if I was asking her like the secret to a long marriage or anything like that, because she was married for a long time until her husband, my Uncle Mac, passed away. And I was asking her about, marriage and relationships and all that kind of stuff. And she said, when you get married, when you with somebody, she said, you got to know the person. You got to get to know the person. She said, and they're probably going to do some stuff that get on your nerves. And they probably gonna say some hurtful stuff and all of that kind of stuff every once in a while. But you got to know going in, and you have to function from this mindset. It is not their intent to hurt me. Just because they said something hurtful doesn't mean that that was what they intended on doing. So you have to always be looking to give them. She didn't use the terminology give them grace, but she was like, if you believe that their intention is good, like if don't marry somebody who you don't believe that their intention is always good about you. So then that way you can go in, if they say something hurtful, you don't take it as they wanted to hurt me. And you can then just tell them, like, when you said that, that hurt my feelings. And when you do that, you'll realize that they like, oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. Don't just automatically like be offended. You trying to hurt me. Just, you have to function under the premise that this person that you've chosen to share your entire life with has your best interests at heart all the time. And if they do or say something that feels like they don't have your best interests at heart, you tell them. Because maybe you just read it wrong. Maybe it's a little touchy subject or, whatever. Something that happened to you when you was 3 and you don't know why it bothered you, but it don't bother most people. And they said something and then you got all in your feelings about it. And tell them, that hurts my feelings. And then if they really got your best interest at heart, y'all might have a conversation about it. They'll figure out why it hurt your feelings and they won't do that again. But you can't automatically assume that everything everybody do and say is meant to hurt you just because it hurts. All of that to say, Drea, you in Sycamore Township, I'm going to just leave it alone. I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to do it. Daryl representing Forest Park. Logic Slayer. Good afternoon, Kingdom of Talk. This is the Kingdom of Talk, a part of it. Yeah. Let's see. We got Brenda representing Fairfield. Sean Nutter. Good afternoon. Pamela representing North Avondale. Good afternoon. Dewan say, don't play with me like that. I was telling the truth though. Andrea representing Gulf Manor. Good afternoon, Andrea. And Diane representing Gulf Manor as well. All right. Got the Gulf Manor crew in the house. We got Vanessa in the house, representing Stanley Rowe. All right. I was going to say that's the hood section over there, but that ain't right. Let's see. We got David Martin representing Hebron. Oh, it looked like Wyatt went off. David representing Hebron. Good afternoon, David. Lamont in the house. Grand day to you as well. He's representing Dent. All right. Steban. Good afternoon, Steban. Good afternoon. I guess Ron D is on here. I see Phyllis saying something about Ron D. Brother Ron D. I don't see him on there, though. Drea says, I always consider intent. And that's always good. But I'm telling y'all, if you married, that's a good, because, what I'm saying, at the same time, I don't know why I keep going back to this. At the same time, if you in like a marriage and you telling somebody that something that they're doing or saying hurts you, hurts your feelings, hurts your emotions, makes you feel insecure, whatever, and they don't care, that's a hint that you might have committed to the wrong person. Now, I'm a believer in if you marry, you marry until the person breaks the vows. And, that's simple stuff. Like, you cheat on somebody because you agree to not be having sex with other people when you marry somebody. So somebody cheat, vows are broken. As far as I'm concerned, you can get out. You know what I'm saying? There's a few little things you can do to get out. I don't know about drugs, though. Is it cool to, and I know some of y'all say it's cool, but I'm talking about in terms of vows. For some of y'all, that might be a deal breaker. But if they didn't break the vows, like, oh, he started using drugs and then he's so and so. I'm not sure that that's reason to get a divorce. That's something I think you got to work through that. You got to work through that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me get back to my hellos. I might get back to that in a minute. Because I want to see happy, healthy marriages. I want to see happy, healthy marriages in our communities. I don't know that enough people have those types of discussions. I'm no expert. I'm no expert. I'm pretty close. But I don't believe in even the idea of an expert. So I'm no expert. Let's see. We got Crystal in the house. Crystal, good afternoon, Crystal. And say good afternoon to Miss Barb for me. We got Jason in the house. Jason representing Fairfield. All right, CK in the house. Lewis Johnson. Lewis says, praise God. Praise God. Crystal in the house. Good afternoon, Crystal. Good afternoon. Representing Christ Hospital. Bonita. Bonita Gaines in the house. Good afternoon, Bonita. Terry Anderson, representing downtown. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Miss Barb said hello. All right. And Crystal says she's representing Fairmount today. All right. Bonita is representing Roseline. Brent, of course, in the house, representing Dallas, Texas. We got LaDonna in the house. In East Price Hill, walking. Okay. Ron, BH in here. I don't know what that means, but what's up, Ron? What's up? I think we said we didn't get to Jeannie. Jeannie, good afternoon, Jeannie. Twin, aka Little Man. What's up, Twin? What's up, Twin? Brian in the house. Good afternoon, Brian. Good afternoon. Nat Tunner. Good afternoon, Nat. Ben, what's up, Ben? Got Tanika in the house. Tanika agrees with me. All right. Can't beat that. Jacqueline, representing Evanston. Good afternoon to you. I don't see that I get to everybody. Let's see. Crystal says, I'm not marrying anyone who is and was on drugs. That's a deal breaker for me. But I'm saying, if you married to somebody and somehow, some way, they get hooked on drugs. So you marry this person and then, I don't know, they start smoking crack. That's my smoking crack. I don't know how to smoke crack. In my mind, something. I don't know how to smoke crack. So when I do that, that's like what they call it, sign language for smoking crack. So you marry somebody, and then 10 years into the marriage, you can't just leave them. You can, but they didn't break the vows. Ben says he's representing Pleasant Ridge, by the way. We got Janice in the house. Good afternoon, Janice. Still representing all humans with intelligence and the ability to know Trump should not be our president. All right. All right. Let's see. Jerica in the house. Good afternoon, Jerica. Cindy in here as well. Cindy Hill. Hello, Cindy. Hello. Vincent representing Landon. And somebody was attacked by a bird. How you get attacked by a bird? You might have to tell us that story. Crystal says she leaving. We gonna talk about that just a little bit more. That might be why some of y'all ain't married. Jacqueline in the house representing Sharonville. Jacqueline, all right. Oh, by the way, me and Jacqueline, Peachy, we're not beefing anymore. We officially, the beef is over. So feels so good. Um, and let me see. Jerica says, BS, if you become a crackhead, I'm out, but only after making sure the life insurance is caught up. That's horrible. That's horrible. Look, then you got to know who you marrying. You got to know who you marrying. I'm confident. I'm exceptionally confident in the fact that Mrs. Livingston is not going to go smoke no crack. I think I know her well enough to know. Like, there might be some blind spots, some stuff that I don't see, but like all of my big, if you want to call them red flag issues or whatever, all of my big issues are gone. I'm not concerned about that stuff. No, the singing flute player did not work out. All my big issues are gone. Or I'm not concerned about. Because I know her. I took the time to get to know her enough to be very confident that she's not going to go smoke crack. Or, like do heroin or do some sort of drugs or, anything that I'm like, yeah, no, I can't marry a wife that does that. Or I can't be with a person that does that. And maybe a lot of people don't take that much time getting to know it, because it really is about getting to know a person. Like, a person can look good and, you know what I'm saying, say all the right stuff, but then as you get to know them, like, that's what I'm saying, there has to be time that, you get together and you learn these things before you get married. So what if your wife told you she had a same-sex experience in college that she never told you about? Would you leave her? I'm not even 100% sure I understand the question, but that would mean she lied to me, because we had those conversations. Y'all, I'm telling you, I talk about stuff to people. So yes, we've had even conversations that would cover that. If Mrs. Livingston came down here right now and said, when I was in college, I had sex with a woman, I'm gonna be like, no, because you said the exact opposite of that. So you lied to me? See, and that's a whole different conversation, because the conversation ain't gonna be about the same sex thing. The conversation gonna be about the line, because we could have had the same sex conversation when that came up. So then that would mean, you lied. Again, it's not a same sex conversation anymore. But to answer the question, no, I wouldn't leave her for that. I wouldn't leave her for that. She's a woman. That's okay. That's okay. Now, I could imagine, I know women who have been with women. And I'm not going to lie, in a different lifetime, that was sexy. That was sexy. And it's okay. It's okay. Now, a man that's previously been with a man, I think that's different. He's gay. He's gay. He don't want you. And I don't know if women understand that there's a difference, because y'all all caught up on the we equal and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all all caught up on that stuff. We're not equal in that way. It is socially acceptable and even somewhat okay for women to like women. It's reasonable even. Have you seen women? Have you seen women? I could, look, I could 100% understand a woman looking at a beautiful woman and thinking, she's beautiful. Wow. I could 100% understand that. No part of me understands a man looking at another man saying, oh, damn, he's sexy. No, you're gay. You need to just come out the closet, because you're gay. But women is different. Now all the women like, no, it's not. It's not different. It's the same. It is different. You're a woman, so you don't understand that it's different. But it is different. And I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that it is different. There is a difference. There is a difference. And I think that's what sometimes y'all get in trouble thinking that we're all the same and we're all supposed to be held to the same standard and we're all that, but that's not true. It's not true. I'm just there's a difference between saying a woman is beautiful and saying I want to eat that beautiful woman's vagina. I can understand both. I'm just telling you, I can understand both. I can understand. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I can understand it. I can understand it. But I'm telling you, y'all don't understand it and y'all want to resist it and fight against it and act like men and women are the same and their sexual habits have to be the same and you have to judge them the same and all of that kind of stuff. But you don't. You don't. It's different. I don't know. I really don't know another way to explain it to you. I think you kind of had to be, because you kind of have to be a man. Little baby is out of town. She is gone for the summer. Jason, he says, where's little baby? She is out of town. She's gone for the summer. And again, okay, but let's go back. Let's say I met Mrs. Livingston, and we having all of these conversations because we had many conversations. Like there would be, y'all, this sound crazy and almost like some teenager stuff, but we was full-grown adults having regular full-grown conversations. I like talking to people when it's about something interesting, okay? And there were times when we would just talk all night. Just talk all night. Like for real, we'd be sitting, maybe we, watch something on TV, whatever. And I'm sleepy and go to bed. All right, go to bed. And sit in the bed and talk. Oh, you think about this? Oh, you think about that? Run little scenarios about all of that kind of stuff. So say we're having some of those conversations. And when the subject of same-sex stuff comes up, and you ever been with a man? Hell no, you don't ask me if I ever been with a man. I'm offended. No, I ain't never been with no man. That's offensive to even ask. You ever been with a woman? And she says, yeah, when I was in college, I did some experimenting. My only question would have been, tell me about it. Interesting. So how did you feel about it? What made you determine that that wasn't for you? What, you know what I'm saying? That would have brought on a whole new line of conversation. It would have been a whole new line of conversation. But if you don't have those conversations, now, I don't know how that would have affected our relationship. So I don't know if we, if we would have made it or not. But I don't know. But it would have been honesty. So yeah, if she came back now, 14, 15 years later, and said, oh, by the way, I did experiment with women in college. I'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You said you didn't. You said it was something you were never interested in. You said it to you, it's repulsive. So how do you go from repulsive to I experimented? You lied to me. You lied to me. And that would be a problem. I don't think we would get divorced, but it would be a problem. It would create trust issues. It would create trust issues. No doubt about it. It would definitely create trust issues. Um, but yeah, I just think you had to have conversations. But I also believe you don't. If you get married, and part of them vows you talk about for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. I'm sorry, that's for worse. You know what I'm saying? That's part of for worse. You got to stick that out and work with him until he violates or until she violates those vows. And if you don't want a person to smoke crack or do drugs to be married to, man, put that in the vows. Put that in the vows. I'm being honest with y'all when I tell y'all I don't think people take marriage serious enough. I don't think people take marriage serious enough. I don't think people prepare for marriage enough. And then once they're in it, I don't think they take it serious enough because I think everybody knows, oh, there's this out. I can leave. I can file for divorce. I can, all of that kind of stuff. People don't take it serious enough. I think that's a part of why people do so much cheating. Because we just married. We just married. But no, you're not supposed to do that. It's a part of the vows. Take the vows serious enough. And if you want an open marriage, then take the forsaking all others or whatever, take that part out. So then that way when you cheat, it ain't like, oh, you broke our vows. It's like, no, that wasn't in the vows. That wasn't in the vows. Hold on, I'm not hearing him. CK? I'm not hearing CK. Hold on. I don't. Show me my audio settings. No, not to speak. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. CK.
Hey, how you doing,
There
Mr.
you go.
Livingston?
Hey, I'm doing good. Sorry about that. I accidentally unplugged this cable here.
Man, hey, great topic. This is a great topic. You hear me? Excellent. About the women?
Sure. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it has to do with the look and the shapes of the female human body.
Mm-hmm.
They so darn it's like the greatest thing God made, ain't it? Like far as what is it? What is it? Imagery, photogenic.
Hey, look,
You know what I mean?
you're not getting no argument from me. It is, it's definitely up there in the top three.
Yeah, because like you said, you just said 100%. Women so fine, we not true. We know why they want to have sex with each other.
Exactly.
If we was women, we'd want to have sex with them too.
Exactly. If I was a woman, no doubt I would be a lesbian.
Right, right. They look so good. The curves, the voluptuous. Have you? Oh my God! Look at the breast. Have you seen the breast?
I've seen them.
A naked breast.
I've seen them.
Oh my God, they look good, nude or you know what I mean,
Yes,
covered up.
they do.
They feet pretty. Oh my God.
Well, I'm not big into feet.
You're not a feet person.
I'm not a feet person.
Don't rub. I'm saying, okay, don't rub the palm part of the feet. Rub the back part. Rub that part on your face, not the palm. You know what I'm talking about? The back part of the foot.
No, I don't. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever rubbed feet on my face.
What the hell? You gotta. What did you grab in with? Oh my God.
I mean, I've sucked a toe, you know what I'm
That's
saying? But I don't know that I've ever rubbed a foot on my face.
yes. You see, when you get older, you gotta find different way to stimulate. We got shoulder. Like I found now, it's like a shoulder. I call it the Money Mayweather, the shoulder roll. When you put your shoulder up in it, and you know what I mean, that thing, that's stimulating.
Hold on, will you put your
See,
shoulder up in what?
the cheeks. Like you have her on the bed, and then you hit it with the shoulder roll. You know what I mean? Put that whole show. I mean, it got to be a big one to cover up.
I have to say that's
But
another one I've never done. I've never shouldered booty. I've never done that.
yes,
Not
yeah,
one time.
that's what I'm. But the longer you live, because like you said, you keep finding out new methods. The more
That seems like it would be unpleasant for everybody involved. I'm all about pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just doing
That is
stuff to do
pleasure. That's
stuff.
soft
I'm
cheek.
not getting nothing out of putting a foot on my face. You know what I'm saying? And I've never dealt with a woman that was like, ooh, put my feet on your face. Or, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, shoulder me in the ass. I've never heard a woman say that. So in my mind, that's not something pleasurable. So it's something I'm probably not going to do.
No, it's the tissues. You got the softness for the shoulder and the cheeks, and that's just a new one I invented. You know what I mean? It's thousands.
Okay. Yeah, that's your move. You can keep your move. I will not steal any of your moves. No doubt about it. Yeah. No.
And you could try hitting the cheeks like a speed bag. Like you know how you be boxing with the speed bag. You could do that on the cheeks. The booties are so big now.
Okay.
Yeah,
You say so.
yeah. It's like, but like I say, with these women, they just so like you said, they don't even be gay and be like, listen, I don't like women, but I'll take her down. That's how bad women is. You know what I mean? They see like, boy, but like you said, on the other side, it's like you got something wrong with you when
Yes.
you a man attracted to a man. It's like, hold up, something must have happened to you strange as a child or something. You know what I mean? Or but that's more women for us. So we got to keep a mutual relationship with the gays
I'm
because
not
you don't
against
want them to.
the gay dudes. Like, y'all do what y'all do. That's fine with me.
Mhm.
Don't try to rope me into it because I'm not interested. But I'm not against y'all
Right,
doing what y'all do.
right, right, right. But you made a good point though. It's all about the looks, man. It's all about the looks, man. It just the face, everything about them.
Wait,
They just make you fall in love with them.
hold on. Wait, I never said that.
What?
I never said it's all about the looks.
No, it ain't. Well, I'm talking about as far as that's the big part that make women be attracted to each other.
Oh,
Is
okay, yeah.
they be like, damn, I ain't seen nothing look that good.
Okay.
Leave, you know what I mean? But then on the other side of that, it is something that make you feel good when you do meet a woman that be on your level. Like, hell no, I ain't never mess with no woman. You got a few of them out there, but that's like 10 to 15%.
Okay, I've not done the run the math to get the percentages, but look, I'm not against women who are not interested, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
encouraging women to go be with women. I'm just saying if a woman has been with or likes to be with women, I understand it. That's
Yep.
all I'm saying.
Heck yeah. And then if you, like you said, you got to get the pretty woman. Those bulldogs, they got some game. I don't know what level they on. The
I don't think I
stud.
like that terminology.
Well, what's the well, I'm talking about the heat. What they call stud?
I just call them lesbians. That may be, a bit more masculine.
Yeah, the masculine. Those right there. Now they got some serious game. They got some serious game, but they still women, so they still got to be penetrated. Sometimes, they like a hardcore lesbian still has sex once every 5 years
But
with a
the
real man.
conversation that I was having was more about marriage than about lesbians and all of that kind of stuff. It was more about um, taking seriously the sanctity of marriage than it was just about women having sex with other women.
That's what. Yeah, you asked me what the CK stood for. Remember the other last week? I didn't get to answer you.
Okay.
I wasn't on the phone. Cincinnati King.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
it's
I did
something
not
like
know
that.
that.
You got to just switch it up. Cash King, Cincinnati King, whatever. You know,
Okay.
just do it like that, man. But yeah, I appreciate you having me on the platform, man.
I appreciate you calling.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good one. Yeah, we were a little strayed a little far from what I was actually discussing, which I think is serious. I really do think it's serious. How many of y'all really like take marriage like super serious? And I saw somebody said, who created the vows? I think you can create your own vows. I think you can create your own vows. Vows are just that. They're vows that you make to the other person. And for some people, like in the sight of God and all that kind of stuff. But even if you don't go that deep with it, even if you just go to the point of, look, I promise you that this is what you're going to get from me, that this is what I'm going to do. And no matter what, I'm going to stick. That's not thumbs up. Stop. That's not thumbs up. I was pointing at myself. I promise that this is what I'm going to do. And no matter what happens, I'm going to do everything in my power to stick to it and stay with you for the rest of my life. Because honestly, I don't know that we don't even really have people talk about marriage anymore. People don't really talk about marriage anymore. What are your deal breakers if you were married? Because I know some of y'all ain't married. If you were to get married and you were writing your own vows outside of the standard stuff, what would you add? What are you looking for in a marriage? What are you looking for if you haven't given up hope? Because I'll be honest, I know a lot of sisters have given up hope. A lot of people, when they talk about marriage, they talk about it, at least from my perspective, what I hear. They talk about it as if it's disposable. We, me and Mrs. Livingston, we did standard vows and we did our own vows. That, the standard stuff, the preachers and all of that stuff read to honor and cherish and whatever, whatever. The having to hold, sickness and in health, richer for poorer, better for worse, to love, cherish, honor, obey. I made sure obey was in there. All of that stuff. All that stuff was in there. And we added a few other things. I'm not going to share what those things are because they were very specific to us. Blade is saying he can't hear me. Is my audio not working, people? And he actually wrote it like it's legible, like you can read it and it makes sense. So he might be telling the truth. Can y'all hear me? Audio is fine. Okay. I said richer or poorer, not Richard. But yeah, we added some very specific stuff to us. Marriage used to be talked about in a positive way. Now it seems all you hear is negativity about marriage. Yeah, that's a lot of what I hear about marriage. Did you hear the comment Lil Rel made on marriage on the Breakfast Club? No, because I don't watch and or listen to the Breakfast Club. I really liked his point. He said him and his fiance are preparing for the marriage, not the wedding. They're looking into combining their finances, finding a good house for a combined 7 kids. That's how I think we should view marriage versus getting married slash the wedding. I mean, that stuff is fine. Who the finances, people, because that's what people focus on. Who the finances, who the house and the kids. But you got all that other stuff that surrounds that I don't know that enough people talk and or think about. People really big now on talking about the finances. They're really big on talking about the finances. But I think going in, you know your financial situation at the time. And I think everybody, okay, let me take back everybody. Most people, reasonable people, are going to work to grow the finances and make the finances work. But to me, that's not the marriage. The marriage is that kind of day to day when I come home, how you treat me, how I treat you. How do you feel when you think of me? How do I feel when I think of you? I remember my first marriage. When I tell y'all that thing was all wrong. It was all wrong. Like all wrong. I would have rather been at work a lot of times than home. When I thought about going home and I pulled up into the driveway, pulled my car in the garage, it was like, maybe I should just stay in the car for another 45 minutes. Because I don't even want to go in and deal with this. Because I know, even though nothing has happened, somehow it's going to be drama. I don't feel good about the decision that I made, but I made it. And so I had to do this. And I vow I ain't never going through that again. Ever, ever, ever. But I didn't, I wasn't sitting back beforehand thinking about how do I want to feel when I come home? What kind of conversations do I want to have with my wife? What kind of activities do I want to do? How do I want her to feel about me? Key.
Hey, Emanuel, how are you today?
Key, I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay. Sound like a little echo with the phone. I don't know. What you think?
It sounds good to me.
Oh, okay. As long as it sounds good to you.
What was on your mind?
Oh, nothing. I was just calling to say hey. Hey to the chat. Did you get your yard work done yesterday, like you were saying?
I got most of it done yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's a
So I
lot
see
of
you got
yard
your white
work.
shirt on today. You
Yeah,
gonna do some yard work today too?
Well, this is actually kind of a natural cotton color. It looked white on screen, but it's not. But I have my white
Hey,
shirt
TK.
upstairs, white long sleeve shirt. And if it's not raining when I finish here, then I'll go outside. I'll determine how wet, because it did rain a little bit out here. So how wet the lawn and
Hey,
everything
Tria.
is.
Hey, Crystal, right?
I don't work on the lawn when it's wet.
Oh,
I,
yeah, 'cause that's dangerous. You
well,
could.
I don't know that it's dangerous. I just hate that feeling of wet leaves and grass and whatnot on me. I hate that feeling. So if it's wet, I don't work on the lawn.
Yeah, well, no, it's dangerous because it's slippery, and then your foot can slip up under like a lawnmower or something. I think it's dangerous, Jeannie. Hey, you
I
don't
don't know
think so?
about
You don't
that.
think it's?
Have you
don't think the grass
have you
is
ever mowed the
slippery?
lawn?
You don't think the grass is slippery when it's wet?
Hold on. Have you ever mowed the lawn?
I done slid on wet grass.
But have you ever mowed the lawn?
Listen to me. I done slid on wet grass.
Okay,
It's
I agree.
slippery.
Wet grass is slippery. Have you ever
And
mowed
then
a
you
lawn?
out there mowing. You can slip up under the lawnmower.
Have you ever
Why
mowed a
you always
lawn?
got to debate with somebody?
No, I'm just
Hey,
asking.
twin.
It's a simple question. Have you
No,
ever
I
mowed a
have
lawn?
not. No, but I know your answer your rebuttal gonna be smart.
But no. I just think that's why
Lamont.
it's not reasonable to.
But you
that's
take
why you
risks
don't know
out
that
there.
it's not necessarily reasonable to be concerned about slipping under the lawnmower.
Because you be taking risk out there. Like you was doing something with something that could have shocked you or something. Was it with that moped or something? You like, I'll be all right. So you like to take risks with equipment.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was some stories I forgot them, but it was some stories you tell about what you be doing with this equipment. And I'm like, then I used to always be like, be careful. He's like, I'll be all right. It's like you like take risks.
But that's because you be worried about unreasonable stuff.
It ain't unreasonable.
It's
How
kinda,
is slipping on some wet grass with a lawnmower unreasonable?
it's
Emanuel?
unreasonable to think that if you're cutting the grass and you slip on the grass, you're going under the lawnmower. That's not reasonable. That's not reasonable.
It done happen where people done get in lawnmower accidents or even toppled the lawnmower over and the lawnmower done fell over on them.
A lot of times that's not because
unreasonable.
the grass is wet though.
True, but it ain't no telling what the reason was. But it's dangerous.
It's not that dangerous. And
Okay.
yeah, I knew you're not a grass cutting person.
Well, I'm just a person that
want
to make sure everybody's safe, but I guess you don't care. So let's go to the next topic then. Since you want to be the great debater. Okay, what you talking about? Marriage, right?
Talking about marriage.
Okay.
And you want to get married.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna happen?
I would hope it would happen.
Can I ask you? I don't want to get personal with you, okay? Because I know you don't want to do that.
I'm gonna get personal back if you all in my Kool-Aid.
No. I know you don't want to get personal, but I do want to ask. Okay, you say you want to get married.
Yeah.
Are you out there to be seen and found?
Not currently.
How you say you want to get back? That's what I want to understand.
Because I'm working on
women who don't do anything, who just go home and stay home.
You just start going off on me, huh?
No. I'm asking the question. I'm trying to set the question.
I say not currently, but I ain't say not never. Oh my goodness, you chewing into me for no reason.
I'm just trying to set the question up. Can I set the question?
No, you just trying to go off on
I'm not
somebody.
necessarily talking about you.
Doing.
That's why I said women, not just
okay,
you.
Well, I'm telling you, for me, not right this second. I'm doing something else. I'm working on something else. So not currently, but I do want to.
But don't you think? And this is another question. So maybe I'll
somebody
phrase it
else,
this way.
not me.
Put
it out there.
Hold on. Do you think that? I'm trying to say the question the right way to not be offensive, because I don't want to be offensive.
To Key or just offensive to just women in general?
To women in general, but to Key specifically.
Oh, you just said it wasn't about me. Now it's about me. I'm confused.
No,
Lord.
I'm trying to not be offensive to anyone.
But
so that's why I want to ask the question in the right way. Okay.
Okay, but you just said it wasn't me particular but then you said it was. So you contradicting yourself and confusing me.
No, Key. I'm saying I don't want to be offensive to women or to women in general or to Key specifically. I don't want to be offensive.
but it seems like it must going to be where we have to put that disclaimer
It might
out
be,
there.
and that's why I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase it, but I don't know that there is a better way to phrase it than to just say it.
Okay, well, me currently, I'm not out putting myself out there right at this present time, but I am going to do that because I do want to be married, in love, in a committed relationship, marriage, someone, so.
But
so
let me ask this question
to me because I'm doing something currently that
right. So
I can't do that right now.
So this is the question that I want to ask. You say you're doing something right now, and there are a lot of women like you who are doing something right now.
I know, LaDonna, right?
Right. So they're not out there, to be found and to find a relationship. They're not out there. But if you really want to be married and you're, a woman of a certain age, then the longer you wait, the less your chances are. So why pause and lessen your chances of finding what you actually want to find?
But that's the thing. That's your opinion about the lesson, because people be getting married in their 70s and 60s and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so,
you could probably find somebody that got married when they was 100, but that don't mean statistically that it's more feasible to find love at 100 than at 20. So we're not talking about outliers. We're talking about just in general, the older you are, in particular as a woman, the less chance you have of getting married. Again, it don't mean it's impossible, but your chances go down as your age goes up, right?
Right, but like I was telling you, it ain't like it's gonna be like 2, 3, 4 years down the line. I'm currently doing something in my life right now that where I can't commit to that part right now, but I am going to. But like I said, you're trying to make it seem like, oh, you wait, like I'm doing it for years and years and years. That's what it seems. That's what it's coming off as, or whoever you're talking about.
No,
but
I don't know what you're doing. I'm not going to ask what you're doing, because that ain't none of my business.
Right, because I can't say.
But I'm just saying.
I'm not sowing my royal oats if that's what y'all thinking. No. It's something pertaining to something else in my life.
All I'm saying is, the longer you wait, the less your chances are of getting married.
You working on me.
That's all.
Okay. What else you got?
I guess that's really about it. But you know what you want in marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, which you want me to name off a few things?
If you want to, sure.
Okay, like I said, I want love, respect, honesty, trust, somebody, like you said, somebody that misses me to where, like, they can't wait to see me, get butterflies all the time. Like you say, I don't want nobody that don't want to come home because of the person I am. I don't want nothing like that. I don't want nobody that's no pedophile, no pervert.
That's reasonable.
You got to say all that nowadays. So people.
Yeah, but I don't know that last one was reasonable. Not the pedophile pervert one, but somebody that miss you, can't wait to see you all the time. I don't think that's reasonable.
I ain't gonna be able to get nobody like that. They can't wait to see me and miss me.
I don't think that's
that's
running
a home after work
thing. I don't think that's a reasonable thing. I don't think it's a reasonable.
I ain't gonna get nobody like that. Well, you would know, wouldn't you? Because you the psychic, so.
No, I'm saying I don't think that's a reasonable thing in a marriage. Because when you think about it, all right, say I've been around you for 5 years. Every day, every night. When I wake up, you there.
No, not every
when
day,
I go to sleep, you there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I want you gone so I can just have some alone time. Like when Mrs. Livingston, she goes out of town on, like business trips and stuff like that. Whew. I just be at home relaxing, like, yeah, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can do all of the stuff that I know irritate her, so I don't do it because I know it irritates her, but I like doing it. I can do all that stuff. Like, she don't like it when, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know me, y'all know I got this thing with sweets. I don't eat cookies in the bed when she's here.
Not eat cookies in the bed.
She don't like that. But when she ain't,
waking up, she rolling over with crumbs.
There are no crumbs. I know how to eat. I'm a grown man. But when she not here, oh my goodness, I'll be like, yes. And it's one of the first things I say when she said, and mentally, one of the first things, like, okay, I'll be out of town this weekend, whatever. And I'll be like, I get to eat cookies in bed. Yeah, okay, baby, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the first things that I think I get to do. So the idea that it's going to be somebody that always want to be around you, I don't think that's reasonable.
I always want to be around me. I say just miss me and love me. So like you say, when they out of town or whatever, and they missing you, and then they can't wait to get back in town and be with you. I ain't saying somebody all up under your arm can't let you breathe. I ain't say all that. See, you saying that.
No, I'm just okay.
No,
I'm just
there
telling
you
you.
go. But
Okay,
you,
okay,
if you
okay.
talking like the expert though, you man, you.
I'm just telling you. Okay.
I know what you saying. Thanks, expert. Okay, now I'm gonna get off the phone so that somebody else can call in. You can get on them.
All right, Key.
It sound like a plan. I know you're gonna talk about me when I get off.
No, not at all.
Yes,
I
you is.
think
Like
you wasting time. I
Okay.
don't know what you
Thanks.
doing, but you not a spring chicken. You wasting
Woo,
time.
Emmanuel.
I'm just
Oh, okay. I get why you said that because I like you. You know, me and you built the same, and that's why
no,
you
it ain't
saying
even
that.
about that. You
And,
could be the finest chick in the world. You know what I'm saying? Halle Berry be having problems finding good dudes. And
well,
she's
what they
Halle
got to do with
Berry.
me? Right, but what they got to do? But you don't know how her what's going on with her.
It
Looks
don't
can be
matter what's
deceiving.
going on with her. The
What I'm saying is
idea
looks can be
is
deceiving. You going out about a look and not the person. You don't know her as a person, so
no,
you
you
don't
said
know.
something about physical appearance, and all I'm telling you is physical appearance ain't the it.
No, you said you ain't no spring chicken. You start cutting me up. Talking
Not
about
being
you
a
ain't no
spring
spring
chicken has nothing to
chicken.
do with your physical appearance. It's about age.
I said, oh, Emmanuel.
I'm saying
So
if you know what I'm saying, and it's just your chances are much greater the younger you are, and as you get older, the
well,
chances of
age don't define me.
age don't have to define you, but age statistically defines your odds of finding a mate.
Okay. Thanks for telling me, Emmanuel. You good at this stuff.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. All right, Emmanuel. I'm going to go ahead and go let somebody else get in.
All right, Key.
Oh, you giving me a thumbs up? Thank you.
I didn't. I did.
Okay.
I pointed to myself, and the thing saw my thumb, and so it did the thumbs up. But I do give you a
Okay.
thumbs up. Thumbs up for Key.
Okay. All right, Emmanuel. So what you doing this weekend then?
I got a few things that I have to do. I don't really want to get
Okay.
into it, but I got a couple of things that I have to do.
All right, Emmanuel. I'll talk to you, everybody in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe.
All right, Key.
All right.
Thank you for the call. That's Key. I saw, what was it? Crystal said she 55 and she still fly or something like that. She said, you 55 and you still fly. If you're not married, if you're not with somebody, your odds of finding somebody go down. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how fine you are. And that's more for women. I think for men, I think it's the opposite. As a man, now it might be harder as you get older for a man to find the right woman, but to find a woman who will marry you, that'd get easier and easier as you get older. Blade.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
It's going all right, Blade. How's everything going with you?
Pretty good. You on there sound like Kevin Samuels, but you're on the right track though, man. I don't think some people really want to hear the truth. We got to realize this culture, they more into themselves unless they into others. So, as the young lady was speaking, and as she was putting truth in her head, she was rejecting it. Women, as they get older, it's more other women taking their places. It's like you put something out and just leave it out a long time, you don't want it. And that's how it is. Women don't understand. As they get older, the pull is less, and then they have to settle for a bum. So actually, while they trying to sue their career and have fun, then when they get, like an old tree about to fall down, now they want to fall in love. It's too late. So, maybe you will encourage some of them. But, that culture has been, our women been taught for like 20 it started back in the 90s, and also it really started in the church that they don't need a man. They can do it all themselves. And now you got a whole bunch of them. They at the club by themselves, with a whole bunch of women in a group looking for a man. But after they get to that certain cliff and they fall off, and they looks, belly get to hanging, titties get to hanging, butt get to sinking in. Don't nobody want them, man. You better tell them. That's the only thing that's luring them is their body. If they can halfway talk and think, they can get a man. But really, a man is looking at that body. If that body's hanging, their stomach hanging, and that butt sucked in, and them titties just sagging. Don't want them, man. Better tell them. Keep on doing what you're doing, Kevin. Peace out, bro.
All right.
I know you don't want to say nothing, but I'm telling the truth.
Well, I'm not sure that you're 100% telling the truth.
I am.
You're saying it the way that you believe it and feel it, but that doesn't necessarily make it true.
I know, because long as it's coming from me, it's wrong, but if it's coming from you, it's right.
No, that's not necessarily true.
My old saying, if you disagree with me, you're probably wrong. But I'm telling the truth. What man wants a chick that she got getting too old, body hanging? I don't think, if she got some money, he'll probably be with her to use it for the money, but other than that,
it's all relative, right? So, okay, let's say she has, her breasts are, don't sit up as high as they did a long time ago. They also don't sit, there's possible they don't sit as low as somebody else's do, and he might be all right with that. That's what he's used to seeing in his age range. So he like, okay, her breasts are a little lower, but her breasts are much lower than her breasts. I'll take the lesser of the lower breasts. So I mean, there's different people like different stuff.
Come on, E-Man. Gonna read a statistic. How many older men like older women? They don't.
There's a lot of older men that like older women.
After a certain age, some of these cats out here creeping on these young chicks. Come on, man. They don't go for the older chicks. That.
I'm going to tell you about me.
They're not going to go.
Look, if something happened with Mrs. Livingston and she left me, because that's the only way we breaking up, she left me.
Right.
If something happened with Mrs. Livingston, she left me, I'm not dating, I'm 53, about to be 54 right now. If you ain't 50, I'm not hollering at you.
That's you, homie. If some cats out here see
that disproves what you said. You said don't no man want, these older women, and I'm saying that's not true. You're still in your lower 50s. I'm talking about older cats in their 60s. Come on now, stop playing. If a cat see a young chick and a mama, older dude, he gonna go after the young chick. You know that. If he creepy.
I mean, to each his own, but I don't like younger chicks because they don't have no brain. But majority of these cats, they'll tell you, if they see a fine chick and a mama, if the young chick is finer, they going to holler at the young girl. It's just point blank. And what they call them, sugar daddies.
There's a lot of creeps out there. That's true.
Yeah, it always been like that. We can't change that. It's more. But when chicks call in, they tell you certain dudes that they like. They don't want no dude with no big belly, short dude, bald-headed dude, messed up hairline and all that stuff. So, we all picky.
He just took some shots. That's all right, though.
No, I'm serious. What's wrong?
Nothing.
I ain't taking no shots.
Yes, you did. You did, and it's all right. It's okay.
Nah, I'm not taking no shots. A lot of cats out here got messed up hairlines and stuff. They paint. Cats are painting their hair and painting their hairline and stuff.
Yes.
So a chick can tell you what they want. So we all messed up out here, and that's why a lot of females, a lot of males are out here lonely because they trying to pick something that really they can't have, or their standards is too high. So hey, I feel for them, man. But I ain't talking about your hairline, homie. Peace out.
All right. Oh, he took shots. He ran them down like 3 in a row. Dudes with no big bellies, short, with messed up hairlines. Come on, bro. I know what you was doing, but funny is funny. Hey, you can't be mad. Funny is funny. But I'm talking about, that's all Crystal. Crystal said she not alone. But are you married? Now, for some people, that don't matter. It's all the same. I'm with somebody. I can get somebody. I don't never sleep alone. Anytime I want somebody, I can have somebody. That's different than being married. And I'm not saying that marriage is better than all the other stuff. You value what you value. But this conversation, I'm talking about marriage. So if you, Crystal, say, I ain't got to be married. That's right, you don't. But that's why I was asking about who wants to be married and who takes marriage seriously. So if you don't want to be married and or don't take marriage seriously, then yeah, I'm not alone. So all I got to do is pick up my phone. I'll be with somebody. Then that's fine if that's what you're looking for. Some people are honestly, genuinely not looking to be married. The idea of marriage doesn't appeal to them at all. And I understand that those people exist, along with women who don't want children. You know what I'm saying? Because to some people, that sounds weird. Like, you a woman, you know you want kids. There are some women out there who genuinely don't want kids. And for women whose longing and desire is to have children, that sounds weird to them. But it's okay if that's who you are and that's, how you want to be and what you want to do. So for women and men who are like, I don't want to be married. I'm not interested in coming home to the same person every day and sleeping with the same person every day. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Tria says, what do you find wrong with those particular women? I didn't say there was anything wrong. As a matter of fact, the point I was making was that there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Or maybe she was asking that to somebody else. But the point I was making is that there's nothing wrong with women who don't want children. There's nothing wrong with women who don't want to be married. It's just different than the conversation that I'm having. Because I think marriage is important. It ain't nothing but a piece of paper. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. I don't know that enough people agree that it's more than that. But I don't know. What do y'all think? 513-717-5464. 513-717-5464. Ben says, fellas, we can't be expecting a fit woman if you built like the lunch lady. See, that's not true. I mean, even as age creeps in, that's not true. You can be built like the lunch lady and get a really fit woman if you are, now maybe in your, 20s, that's going to be difficult. But once you get them 40s, 50s, there's some fit 50-year-olds out here that's looking for a man. Mimi.
Emanuel.
Yes.
And don't call me that.
We had this
Babe, you
conversation
can't call
every
me
time.
that.
If I call you Myosha, you'd be like, why are you using my
We
government
do.
name? If I call you Mimi, you're like, don't call me that. That ain't right.
We do. You're right. Okay. But no, don't call me that. But do you remember when I called, you probably don't because of your COVID level 19,
17.
but I called into Lincoln's show once a long time ago and said how I didn't care about, no, how I didn't want to have kids. And who's the dude on the bike? His name escapes me.
Dwight?
He always rode a bike. Yes! And Dwight called in and was like, oh, she must have saw her mama get beat, or she must have saw somebody in her family get beat because she don't want to have kids. Like, bro, I have never, ever since I was a kid, I knew I would be childless. I just knew it. I never wanted them, had no desire to have them.
Why do you
But
think that is? I'm not saying you're wrong, but it does seem strange to us, in particular as men, because I think a lot of us think that's one of the things that women want is children. They play with doll babies, they do all of that stuff, preparing themselves to have children. So what is it, if anything, that made you not want children?
several reasons, but most are too personal to get into.
Okay.
But I just never had that desire. I've seen too many people struggle, and I've seen too many women have to do it by themselves. But the main reason is personal. But I just never, ever wanted to do that. But I just thought it was so funny when Dwight just like ripped me to shreds. Something is wrong with her, and she saw her mother get beaten and everything. Let me tell you something. Now, one thing my daddy never did was hit my mother. That just did not happen. But yeah, I just thought, I don't think that marriage is all that important.
Okay.
Not in 2024. Most people don't. I'll even take me, for example. Look at how long it took before me and Mr. Jones got married. I mean, and furthermore, he asked me. I never even brought it up. I would have been happy with the way we are or were. It feels no different. Our relationship didn't change after we got married. The only thing is it's legal now. What's mine is mine, and what's his is mine. That's the only difference.
That's messed up, but okay.
I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
No, I look, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't bring it up. You didn't ask. Now, a part of me always thinks, that's because you think you're gonna jinx it or something like that.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying.
I never asked because it never bothered me. We didn't have kids together. We were already established. Both of us were established by the time we met each other. So there was no, I need him to marry me so I can have a roof over my head. Or
Right.
he,
Hopefully that's not the
never
case.
said the same. He never said that about me. We were already established. He had already had his son. So,
So why did you say yes?
Well, he gave me a pretty ring. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I said yes because it was important to him, and because I love him, I guess, And he said something once that really made me go, oh, I love him forever now. He was like, I won't say it because it's kind of personal. But yeah, it was important to him. So I guess it was important to me since it was important to him. But had he never asked, I would be perfectly okay with that. It did not bother me one bit. I was in Nordstrom once, and the sales lady was talking about how, this guy, they were talking, and she was like, you've been with this woman for 20 years. You need to marry her. And I was like, well, I've been with my husband for 15 before we got married. And she was like, and isn't it different now that you're married? I was like, no, it's exactly the same. He hasn't changed. I haven't changed. The only thing that changed is it's legal now, and, that's it. Nothing changed. So it really is not that big of a deal to me. But, and like I tell everybody, especially people in my family who harassed me for years, like I tell them, I feel like we already are. Even when we weren't, I felt like we were. So it just wasn't that important to me. I have an uncle who swore up and down. He passed away last year. I had an uncle who swore up and down that Mr. Jones was not going to marry me. I'm just wasting my time. And that man will never marry me because I'm too difficult and he's just probably got another woman on the side and blah, blah, blah. And I could go on and on about the crazy family stuff that was said about me, but that's just one thing. And no, LaDonna, I am not rich because I shop at
I wasn't even
going
to bring up the fact that she casually mentioned, I was at Nordstrom, and I wasn't even going to bring that up.
I am going to Target after I get off work, okay? Target isn't rich. Nordstrom isn't rich.
Okay.
But, and like I said in the chat, while I am very happy that you found Mrs. Livingston, I absolutely miss the stories about your ex-wife. You used to tell me some stories.
And they were all true.
Oh, man. Those were the days.
Those were not the days.
They were not the days for you, but I enjoyed the story. You even had a voice that you would do when you would talk like her.
I don't understand why people say that. I don't do voices.
You did have a, you had a voice you would use when you would say stuff that she would say.
Oh, well, I'm happy that you're married, even though you're not necessarily happy about it. I'm
say I wasn't happy about it.
Well, I'm saying you're like, you were kind of ambivalent. Like, yeah, I don't care one way or the other, But
I'd prefer him to be in my life than to not be.
Okay.
So.
Do you? Yeah. Okay, real quick. Do you think had you said no, that y'all would have split up?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. He would have been like, well, F you then, I'm out of here. Yeah, he would have left me, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, probably.
All right.
Then again, how could he leave this? Come on now.
All
You
right.
better not laugh at that.
Myosha, I appreciate your call.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I appreciate her call. Jerica says, does a no to marriage mean a no to the relationship? Well, I think if I asked Mrs. Livingston to marry me and she said no, yeah, the relationship is over. Because I know to what end I want the relationship to go. If you don't want the relationship to go to that same space, why are we together? I mean, it'd have been like, hey, let's move in together. I don't want to live with you. All right, then why are we in a relationship? Because eventually we're going to live together. No, we not. Then this is over. Like, if we don't both have the similar, very similar relationship goals. And what are we doing? What are we doing? Jerica say, but what if she's not ready at the time? And what you waiting on? We have to have a serious conversation, because what's there to wait on? We together. And I want to be married. If we together and I want to be married, I'm ready to be married, and you're not, I'm probably not the one for you. I'm probably not the one for you. So, yeah, for me, now, if you say no, that's it. Unless, like, you got a real good reason. Like I'm saying no. I mean, you're saying no. And I'm like, no? And you like, yeah, I'm saying no. Like, why not? You got to have a good, my father has a trust fund for me worth $5 million. And if I get married, then I lose the trust fund. All right, now we can, okay, cool, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be some real reason why you're telling me no. If not, we not headed down the same road. And I want to work on my career. So what? You can work on your career and be married. Like, in my mind, short of, you know what I'm saying, like I said, some fantastical reason. No. When I'm ready, it's time. And if I'm ready and you not ready, then we probably not meant to be together. Probably not meant to be together. Dante, I think Dante said it probably better than me. If we've been dating for 2 years and I'm ready to take the step and you say no, what's the reason for us to still be together? And then when you look back 30 years from now and your ass still single, talking about, I should have got married. I really loved him. I just wasn't ready yet. What is stopping you from being ready? What, I mean, in your mind, Jerica and ladies, what is reasonable? What's a reasonable reason for saying no? Like, I'm not ready. What's a reasonable thing to stop you from being ready? If we gonna be together, like, it ain't like you saying, I want to break up and get back together later. You saying, I still want to be with you, I just don't want to get married yet. What's reasonable as a reason for the no? Other than my scenario, where if you do it and you lose your trust fund or something like that. I want to focus on my career, but we together, we live together, or we about to move in together, or whatever. This was not an answer to my question, but it really is kind of an answer to my question. Myosha says she turned down 3 marriage proposals because she wasn't ready. She was still having fun and hadn't met Mr. Right. That's a good reason for saying no. But once you say no, and that's your reason, I'm still out here having fun, and you are not Mr. Right. Why are we then together? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. When the no comes out, it's time to move on. When the no comes out, it's time to move on. And that's just reasonable. If you a man and you ask a woman to marry you and she says no, Twin, Ron, Ronald, Ed, any of y'all, Jason, you ask a woman, you one need a whole 9, baby, will you marry me? And the answer is no. Is that the end of the relationship? Or you're going to wait around another 6 months and then ask again? Well, next year, then I'll ask again. Is no the end of the relationship? Twin.
Hey, man.
Yes.
What's up, little man? You all right?
I'm doing all right, little man.
You got your booster seat on, I see.
Got
Sitting
what?
up taller. You got your booster seat on, I see you sitting up taller.
I'm sitting in the same old chair. It's the same old chair.
No, I had to get it out. So much going on my mind. It's stuff I had to mess with. Yeah, I've been engaged twice, man. First time, it was, I ain't really messed up. But the second time, I said, hell no. And shorty I'm with now, she want to get married. We been together this long and all that. And, man, the way my mind and heart, I love it now, but, man, I got a lusting spirit up in me, man. I got to, God got to help me with that because, man, I flirt too much and I be tempted and all that, man. I ain't going to lie. So I don't think I can do it right now, man. To be honest.
Twin, believe it or not, I kind of respect what you're saying.
I can't do it right now because I know I cheat. I know I cheat. Even though if I say I do and then stuff, and let's get married, I get on that knee, I know I'm a cheat right as of today, right now. I would cheat him, man, because my heart ain't sick. Man, I'm saying,
you don't love her enough,
man. I love her enough. It just I got a lusting demon up in.
Well, if you love her enough, then you know what I'm saying. You will fight that demon.
I mean, God ain't through with me yet.
I think hold on. Let's be honest. We all got that lusting demon in us, right?
Oh yeah, we man. We're a man. We supposed to.
So there's no difference between you and all the other men on the planet who got married.
But man,
it's just you don't love her enough to say, I can. Yes, go ahead.
I'll be tempted, man.
We all be tempted.
Once I go past that temptation and everything, and I'm like, damn, I'm about to crack her. Then I crack. I'm like, damn, I cheated on my girl with this, and she fine and all. I'm like, man, I cheated on my girl. Pussy ain't all that. I'm through with this month. She can have that. Give it back to the jungle. And tricked off and everything else. You be one like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. And I like the ones that's like, you ain't gonna never hit it, whatever. I finally get it, and then you think it's all that. I'm like, man, I can't believe it. And you got to go home looking at the ceiling. I'm like, I can't believe this. I ain't never doing this no more. So that's the type of person I am. I'll be on thirst mode and everything. And then even when I'm walking in the store with my girl, and I'll see, hell yeah, I'm going to look. Why you look at her boot? Shit, I'm a man, right? And she just shake her head. Because she know I am. Hell yeah, I'm going to look. I got at least a lust and spirit up in me. God got to help me with.
Well,
so
I don't, again, I'm not sure that it's a lust and spirit. I think you don't love her enough and you don't respect her enough.
Man, I love and respect. I wouldn't, she know I am though, but, I don't disrespect, like, damn, she fine as hell. I'm gonna fuck shit. I don't do no crazy stuff like that, but.
Well, but if you looking to the point where she like, damn, why you looking? That seemed a little disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful.
Yeah.
No, that's like me going to the, like when I go, like if I go, I don't go too much go out. I don't do that, none of that. But if I go out, me and my girl, I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to dance with somebody if they come grab my hand, something like that. He said, okay. Because, I'll be dancing, get on the floor in a minute, and everything, let the right song come. I'm about to get on there and juke for a minute. And then, as long as I don't take the girl home with me, I'm cool. So we respect each other. The guy come up there and grab her. She on the dance floor. Hey, it's cool with me. I ain't got no problem with it. But just,
I get that. But that's a little different because y'all have that understanding.
But some people ain't like that, man. I've been around a couple of guys. Man, what you doing with my woman? Man, your woman, goddamn it, came up on me. I'm by myself. Damn. She the one feeling herself. She don't got a look. You dig up in and stuff, and she want to, goddamn it, hunch on me and all that crazy stuff. So, yeah. Back that ass up and all that. And I like the ones that river dance in the mirror and all that. The one don't be all in the mirror and then I'm going to scoot over there right there in that mirror with you. We going to be right there, two-step and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I ain't ready, you know. I mean, I want to, man, to be honest God, too. I want to, though, but right now, man, to be honest, no. I can't do it right now, man.
And that's why I
Too
said I
much.
kind of respect that. I respect that you like,
Yeah, I can't.
hey, I
Yeah.
know I'm not ready for that level
No.
of commitment. But again, and it's just, I could be 100% wrong. You know what I'm saying? The way your brain work ain't the way my brain work. We all different. But to me, that sounds like I don't love her enough and I don't respect her enough right now to fully commit to her and fight, as you say, these lust demons. Because again, I think as men, we all fight them. I see asses walking, you know what I'm saying? I be with Mrs. Livingston. I see an ass walk, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't like, ooh, let me look at this ass. To the point where she like, what you looking at? Damn, you know, that to me is disrespectful.
Hey, you can't help your ass, man. If
You
it
can,
landed
but
on
that's
it,
what you
land
can
up.
look and you realize like, oh, it looked good, and you look away.
Man, but how she know if I was looking at it? I could have been looking at the floor or some money dropping or something.
Bro,
But she always assumed.
stop it.
She assumed, though.
No.
She assumed.
Women are not stupid. They know when you look
I
in
know they ain't stupid, but
at
you got to
another
play
one.
the dumb role. You got to play the dumb role, though. You just can't be on A level all the time. You got to play stupid, too. Like, what you talking about?
No,
Whatever. I don't know. I was
that
looking
don't
at.
work. That don't work.
Hey, it
I'm a
works. It
big
works.
proponent of being honest, and I'll be honest to tell you the
Man,
truth.
you've been in 2 relationships, man.
I've been in
Shut
many
up, man.
relationships, but here's the
Yeah.
truth. I will say to Mrs. Livingston, like if she were to catch me looking, before she could catch me looking, I would tell her like, look, you know what I'm saying? Look at that.
You want say nothing.
You out your mind.
She a
No
two-piece
doubt
your
about
ass.
it. I
Quit
would tell
lying,
her
you
to look.
short.
I would tell
Yeah,
her to look.
right.
And more than likely, you know what I'm saying? If it's that nice, Mrs. Livingston gonna be like, I had to admit, she got a nice ass. You know what I'm saying? Because we just honest like that with each other.
Well, she say something like that to me, like, yeah, I'm about to go get her. We about to get in the bed together.
Oh, see, that's totally different.
What you mean?
That's
If
totally
she say, if
different.
my girl say something, she got a nice ass
Acknowledging
or
that a
something,
woman is built nice
man,
is different
you
than
ain't.
I want to go have sex with her. Although, again, I could understand if a woman did, but they're different.
See, when I say something, I speak from experience because I've been through that. Like, yeah, I've been to clubs and all that, and I'm with a girl, and she said, damn, she like this and all that. She like her ass. So I'm like, oh, yeah. So I've been in there, you know, we had threesomes and shit. I ain't even gonna lie. So when I say something, I'm speaking from experience. I just don't speak out of the top of my head. I don't pump fake about shit I say. So to each his own, well, you know, criticize me.
I'm not criticizing you. Look,
Now, you know, people in the chat, I can't see the chat right now.
Y'all got what y'all got. Y'all do what y'all do. Cause I mean, I know, I have a pretty good idea that if me and Mrs. Livingston went to the club and some chick just came and, you know, try to pull me on the floor to dance, before I would agree, I would have to say to Mrs. Livingston, you mind if I go dance with her? She would probably say, I don't mind, because she know I don't dance. So to her, it would be funny. But if she said no, I would be like, no, I'm sorry, I can't go dance with you. You know what I'm saying? Just
I respect that. Yeah, but anybody I mess with, they know how I get out or whatever. So if they say, no, don't dance with her, whatever, you with me, I say, okay, I'll fall back. But if I'm going there and you know how I'm getting down, hey, it is what it is. That's how I said. At the end of the day, I'm still going home. And then you get on my nerves and stuff, I'm going to my crib. Catch you in the morning. So that's how it is, man.
All right.
But tell Keith she need to find a man before it's too late. That Stella got her groove back is about over with, man. Ain't no more of that no more. You go wait up in age and you might get you a young one or whatever, because, you know, these older cats looking for youngins. So that's how it is. You don't want the wheels to get clogged all the way up now. So I got to let it go.
All right.
All right, man, I got to go.
All right, twin.
Milk time, man.
Twin. Little man don't care. Look, if him and his girl have that understanding, then that's fine. Because again, just like some women don't want to get married, some women don't want to have children, there are some women who are okay with all other kind of stuff. And it ain't right to judge them. If it ain't right to judge a chick to say, I don't ever want to have kids, it ain't right to judge a chick to say, I don't mind my man doing this, or I don't mind my man doing that. We're all different. We're all different. I'm not judging y'all. I'm not judging. Well, I am slightly judging y'all in the back of my mind. I'm slightly judging y'all, but I'm just judging it based on my standard. I'm judging it just based on my standard. Like, that's crazy. But that don't mean that you're, objectively wrong. That's my subjective judgment of the way that you get down. That's my subjective judgment of the way that you get down. And when people, I ain't judging, like, yeah, no, you are slightly judging somewhere in the back of your mind. Like, that's crazy. Because some of the stuff when, Twin say about, his relationship, whatever, I listen to it. And again, from my perspective, I be thinking, no, that's crazy. And I mean, I even said it a couple times. Like, it sounds like you don't love her enough, or you don't respect her enough. But that's just what I don't know. That's just the way I see it. A couple people saying apparently there was a shooting at Coleraine Kroger. That's unfortunate. This is going to seem like a stretch to y'all. That's part of why I be talking about marriage and stuff and relationships and good relationships. Not just to talk about relationships. I really do slightly hope I'm changing somebody's mind on relationships, because I really believe, and this is just my belief, that if we get good, healthy, loving, respectful, functional relationships in our communities, then we have good, loving, respectful, functional families in our communities. And if we have more loving, respectful, functional families, that means the mama, the daddy, and the children are all, hopefully, functional, respectful, loving people who are not out there shooting each other, who are not out there robbing each other. Look, I know it don't always play out that way. But that's why I be talking about marriage and taking it serious. Because there is a thing about mom and dad. And it don't mean that single dads can't raise their children to be good people. Okay? It don't mean single dads can't raise their children to be good people. I think a kid has a much better chance in a loving, functional, respectful, two-parent household. I think they have a better chance of growing up to be all of that. Jason.
I felt like playing along today, so I want to answer the question. So ask me the question.
What's the question?
About what did you say? I can't remember. I was at work doing something, and I was like, yeah, and then I forgot.
If you ask the woman to marry you and she says no, is the relationship over?
It died as soon as no came out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. I don't see why dudes be tolerating that, because unless it's some crazy circumstance, like you said, no. Like, it sounded to me like you just want to go play around. If you want to go play around, who am I to hold you back from the street? Return to him.
I agree.
Oh, did my phone hang up?
No,
Hello?
it didn't. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's no, like I said, short of the fantastical, there's a trust fund, and if I get married, then I lose $5 million deal. Short of something like that, there is no reason to say no and for me to stay in this relationship with you. You basically just told me I don't love you enough or care about you enough or respect you enough or whatever to be your wife. And if that's what I want, that's what I'm going for.
Are we talking already bought the ring down on a knee and you said no? Or just like you float the idea and then you be like, nah, I ain't ready. Ooh,
I was talking about down on a knee, already bought the ring and said no. But even if you float the idea and she say no, is the relationship over?
I've bought no ring, so I'm not really. That's a better one because I'm not offended because I've made no true effort because you didn't buy the ring. So how serious are you?
You think about buying the ring. Like I think when you start having the conversation of, however you would phrase it with your woman, like, is marriage on the table? And the answer comes back, no. I think you have to ask them, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't ask the question, at least I don't think you would ask the question if you weren't seriously considering it, right?
That's true. But what if it's, that's one of them don't ask if you don't want to know. So we probably just going to go with, yeah, it'll be over.
Yeah.
Because if I ask and I'm trying to fish around and you just hit me with a solid no, we can't go. I'm wasting time now. I got to move on to the next.
Yeah. That's the way I see it.
Oh. Yeah. I can't. There's no bouncing back from that. Like, that's like, wow. Like, you just shot. I didn't even get the ring and you shot me down. At least you saved me the trouble of getting down on one knee and then you, no. Either way, no.
Or, Jason, if I do stay in that relationship, my commitment level has dropped tremendously. So now I'm like, I come home when I want to come home. I call you if I feel like calling you. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody else, I might holler at them, whatever, because this ain't headed to marriage. That means we just playing around. And if we just playing around, why am I all committed to something we just playing around with? That's if I stay, which I probably wouldn't. But if I did, my commitment level is bottomed out.
See, I can't even say I'd stay. We was done when you said no.
I'm saying I agree, but I'm just trying to, if I stayed, for whatever reason, like we, you know what I'm saying, we live together. And you say no, I can't just move out. Well, maybe I can, but I'm probably not just going to move out tomorrow. But my commitment level is now, I'm looking.
Oh boy, that's a tough situation. Like, that's either scenario, whether you didn't dropped on that knee or you just brought it up trying to fish, and then she hit you with and we ain't talking like oh well, I don't know, and blah blah blah, and da da da. We just talking about it. What you think about marriage? And she just say no.
Yeah, she like, I'm not marrying you.
Gone. I'm already gone. I'm gone. I'm just trying to figure out how long it's going to take me to get my stuff up out of here.
Right.
I can't do it. Like, you just said flat out no. Like, oh, no.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you.
I guess other than the day too late wrestling report, because Brent left out a few things. His wrestling report was good, but he left out a few things. He didn't talk about Sami Zayn and whatever they got going on with Sami Zayn and Chad Gable and his group. He didn't talk about, you said you saw Dominique kiss Liv. I didn't see that.
I saw, now apparently they didn't show, Raw went off the air before they actually kissed. And so it was like a WWE web exclusive or something like that. But because I was watching recaps, they showed it on the recaps.
Ah, okay. Okay. And then he didn't talk too much about everybody's favorite half of the tag team beating the brakes off of whoever they fought, because I don't even remember. I didn't see the pay-per-view. I forgot all about it. He missed a lot of stuff.
A lot of it was
I'm kind of disappointed in Brent. It was a disappointing pay-per-view. The Raws leading up to the pay-per-view were disappointing. The Raw after the pay-per-view was disappointing.
Like, I'm for real. I'm trying to think of it right now. Who are the tag team champions?
Men or women?
Men.
Men,
I definitely know who the women
are. Men, it's A-Town Down and
okay, that's right.
Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
And then it's, for whatever reason, R-Truth and The Miz.
Okay.
Which they need to quickly rebrand them titles to somebody else. I mean, you got all these tag teams. Like, don't give it to the two old dudes. I can see the Austin Theory and Grayson Waller because they newer tag team. Okay, but you leading up to them winning the tag team belts, you made them jobbers. They was getting whooped by everybody, and now can't nobody beat them. So somebody in the WWE, they must have used up all their good writing for the WrestleMania, and then the rest of the year is going to be terrible.
Yeah, because it is. Yeah, it's they got just some crazy, non-interesting stuff going on.
A whole lot of it. They the other day, I think it was B-Rab, he had called and he said that Vince McMahon said nigga, and he alluded to you shouldn't be watching the WWE. But there's one huge difference from what Vince McMahon did. That was acting. Like, if we're going to take it to that extreme that we shouldn't be watching the WWE because Vince McMahon said nigga on air and while they were trying to gain ratings, how many movies, how many producers, how many of your favorite white stars are you going to have to ban? Arab, anybody not black, are you going to have to ban because they said the N-word?
Right.
I didn't get the chance to call that day. No disrespect towards B-Rab or nothing, but I just completely disagree with it.
All right. I agree with you.
But I think, and lastly, I don't know where all these chicks is getting this idea. The dudes are just out here in their 50s and 60s looking to get married to them, but wrong. Like, wrong. Any dude with some money, you're not getting him in his 50s because he ain't even looking in your direction. And in their 60s, they settling big time, and they might even be cheating on you in their 60s. Could you imagine settling down in your 60s and getting cheated on by some old nigga? That's all I got to say. Oh, and Key. Hi, Key, because you ignored me the other day. And I can see Key out there shooting boys down left and right just because. She kind of rubbing me the way, not in a bad way. She rubbing me the way like some dude to come up and she just look him up and down. Nope. Like, damn, no, that could be your dream. No. And before I get off the phone, Key, we want to know what you look like because it's more of a visual thing. I know what Emanuel looks like because I can see him on the screen. I know what a lot of the people would look like when they pop up on the phone call because you can go to their Facebook page. It's just curiosity. Like, I like to put a face with a voice for me. I don't know about everybody else.
All right.
So get that Facebook page up, Keith.
All right.
And that's all I have for today.
All right. I don't know. I think it's, again, if you're talking about like wealthy 50, wealthy 60-year-old dudes, then yeah, they probably going for the younger girls. Yes. But I'm just talking about your normal, average income, average social status. You know what I'm saying? You got some homies, you got some homegirls, y'all go out, y'all kick it every so often. Somebody go over somebody's house, somebody do a cookout, whatever. Just, you go to work, you come home, you do what you do. I think of your regular, normal 50, 60-year-old dude will get with your regular, normal 50, 60-year-old woman. I do think there's something to all of that women turning men down stuff. I think that does come back to bite them. I don't think a lot of them realize it until they're too old. That didn't sound good. I don't think they realize it until they're too old. Like what they say, youth is wasted on the young. Like they can't appreciate you at a point now where, you know what I'm saying, you young, you fine, you got your life ahead of you. Maybe now is when you should be looking for your husband instead of shooting everybody down, doing whatever you do, looking for the flawless male human out there with all of these ridiculous standards and whatnot. And you get about 54, 55, 56. Maybe you can look back. You choose not to look back, but you could look back and recognize all of the good guys that genuinely wanted to take the time to get to know you, and you wouldn't even take the time to get to know them because they didn't fit this ridiculous criteria. But to be completely honest, and women, I don't think that a lot of women, even as they get older, allow themselves to be that self-aware. And to be honest, the same thing could be said for men. Y'all run around trying to stick everything that y'all can stick. And then you get old and kind of broke down. And now you're having a hard time finding something to stick. And now you want to settle down. And you're looking for a fine woman to settle down with. Then fine women don't want you. You old and used up. And now you mad because it sounds like, oh, all the women, they just want rich guys. Like, no, they wanted you back in the day. But you just wanted to play games with their mind and emotions. But I think dudes, at least from my experience, dudes allow themselves to be self-aware enough to look back and be like, you know what? I messed her over. You know what? I messed her over too. You know what? I messed her over too. I done messed up a lot of chicks. I could have had, she was Mrs. Right, and I messed her over. I think dudes allow themselves to become self-aware enough to realize that. I'm not sure that women do. I'm not sure that women do. And y'all know, y'all don't know this, but I talk to a lot of women. Married, single, divorced, married again, divorced, widowed, all of that stuff. I talk to a lot of women. And very rarely do you hear them admit that they done messed up a lot of different times. And they had Mr. Right, 4, 5, 6 Mr. Rights when they was young, but they just threw it away. Again, I'm saying all of this because, and I mean, I know this is kind of the wrong audience. A good number of y'all are out of y'all childbearing years. So y'all not going to be having kids and, raising them as a family and all of that kind of stuff. But you can encourage the younger people that, don't let your bitterness, and this is to men and women, because women going to be mad. Don't let your bitterness keep you from giving good advice to younger men and women. Don't let that be the case. I say somebody keep asking me, and I don't remember who it was, but they keep asking me, do I have these conversations with my daughter, and how does she feel about it? Yes, I have these conversations with my daughter. Why wouldn't I? And of course, she's a grown woman, so some of the stuff I say she agree with, some of the stuff I say she don't agree with. Mostly she agree with it, and she realized that I'm right about stuff. I hope that makes you feel good, because I'm not sure. You asked me that question. I know I saw it twice, but it might have even come a few other times. My question is, do you have that conversation? Do you have these conversations with your daughter? Whoever that was asking me. Do you have these conversations with your daughter? Are you married? Or do you want to be married? You got kids? You're like, Crystal says, righty, man, you don't spread that bitterness around. Well, people do. People do. And I think that's where a lot of these younger girls who out there just wilding, because they done had that bitterness spread to them. And that is that, men ain't no good and you don't need a man and all of that kind of stuff. They done had all of that spread to them. Vincent says they shooting at Coran Kroger again, because I know I reported that there was a shooting there, but Vincent is saying they're currently shooting at the Coran Kroger. Yeah, we that's been reported that there was an officer involved shooting at Kroger. But Vincent says that right now they are shooting at Coran Kroger. So I hope nobody's there. If you are, get down. If you are, get down. Vincent, if you can give us a update, if you're there. Twin says, no, they not. Well, Vincent said they are. Now I don't know what to believe. Ronald says it's not true. I'm looking at the news now. Well, I hate that somebody would give us bad information. Yeah, get down. Give it, call 717-5464. Talk quietly. Oh, he said it was earlier. Okay. Look, if you are ever in the middle of a breaking news event and this show is on, call. Do whatever measures it take to be safe. Like lock yourself in the room and call. Like, hey, somebody is shooting up right now at my office. Call like 911 first. Call your loved ones and then call the afternoon experiment. I'm crawling through the frozen food section. I hear bullets flying. (911), your loved ones, and then the afternoon experiment. Y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. But I want y'all Yes, serious. Yes, LaDonna. Yes. No, Daryl. I said 911 first. 911 first. Then your loved ones. And then the afternoon experiment. Ben says, oh, Ben, this is bad advice. If you a married man, keep you a private rainy account. That's bad advice. It's bad advice in a way. It's bad advice in a way. Yeah, Jericho, I want to hear the bird story. Don't keep a secret account, because that fosters mistrust. Like, if you don't trust your spouse, you shouldn't be married to them. So don't keep a secret. You didn't say secret. That's why I said it's kind of bad, but maybe not. You didn't say secret, but that sounds like a secret account that your spouse doesn't know anything about. Only time that I encourage something like that is for like surprise purchases. Surprise purchases. Like if I wanted to buy my wife that Porsche 911 Carrera, I think, I need to keep that in a secret account. Because if she look up and, oh, he done took however many $1,000 out of the account, well, what's going on? It'll spoil the secret. But other than that, just, oh, I got some money hanging out in case you leave. Like, that's not good. Ben say, I had a building before I married her. That's my bread. And that's, as long as it ain't no secret. Like, she knows this. She knows that you have an account that she doesn't have access to. I'm all right with that. That's reasonable. But, oh, I got a secret account. She don't know nothing about this account. But if she leave me, I feel like if you go in or you function in a marriage like that, and this is just how I feel, different people are different and we're just sharing our own opinions. I feel like if you function in your marriage like that, that marriage is doomed to fail. Because there's no trust there. There's no trust there. Jack says she want a fisher. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Everybody should have a rainy day account for emergencies, not for in case the spouse leaves. And again, a rainy day account don't have to be a secret. Like Mrs. Livingston, no, I have an account. It's not our joint account. It's my account. She knows that I put money in there and that money stays there and that I use it for other things. But it's savings. She knows that. So it wouldn't be no secret if she found out, like, well, you got an account. It's not a secret. She don't have access to it. She don't know how much is in it. None of that kind of stuff. It's my account. It's my personal account. But it's not a secret. That's what I'm saying. I got a secret. It's a secret. Shh, don't tell my wife that I have a secret account. That's not good. She think all my money is in the joint account, but I take some of it and put it aside and she don't know. To me, that's not good. You keeping secrets. Crystal says, mine not secret account. Well, you ain't married, so y'all just two people. Like, y'all two individuals. Y'all not one unit, right? So that don't matter. Right? And this is a question I'm asking, right? Myosha says, I get access to all my husband's accounts. He has access to one of mine. That's the way it should be. Whatever. Ronald says, I feel you, man. Sneaky, dishonest. And that's what I'm saying. Don't be sneaky, dishonest. Mrs. Livingston can't go to my, she knows it exists. I'm not even sure if she knows what bank it's in, but she does know that I have one. She can't go there and get anything out. She does not have access to it. But it's no secret to her that it exists. Does that account for snack purposes only? No, that comes out of the joint account. Ain't enough money in the personal account to cover all the snackage. Crystal, I'm only slightly curious. You don't believe in marriage, or at least you don't want to be married, I think you said. Are you with someone in a committed relationship? Or, you know what I'm saying, you just with somebody, like, I go over his house sometimes. Sometimes maybe he come over my house. When I'm tired of him, I kick his ass out. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand your situation. It's hard for me to compare a non-marriage situation to a marriage situation. Although I do understand that they can be very similar. So that's why I'm having a hard time. You know, I'm 55, I'm not alone, I'm not married, I don't want to be married, but I got a separate account. I'm like, what? What? I don't understand. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. As my grandmama used to say, y'all shacking? That's it, y'all shacking? Look, if y'all shacking, you don't have to believe what I believe. But your comments not making sense to me just because I don't know the nature of, even if it's a relationship. All right, maybe she's clearing it up. I do believe in marriage. I do want to be married, but I'm single right now with a friend with all the benefits. Don't try to figure it out. But you don't have all the benefits if you want to be married and you with somebody, but you're not married, then there's one benefit that you don't have that you want, and that's marriage. Hold on. Is this dude you with, does he have a twin? Does he have a twin brother? And do he say Maine every once in a while? Like, is he from Chicago? I'm just trying to, I don't understand. I don't understand. Do he work at Kroger? When he come home, do he smell like milk? Like milk and unwashed hands? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm just curious. Oh. All right. I'm not going to try to figure it out. You say, hey, if it worked for you, it worked for you. Oh, if it worked for you, if you happy, and this I mean for real. If you happy, I'm happy for you. If you happy, I'm happy for you. Why I gotta be a midget? Oh, why you mad? Don't be mad. Oh, don't be mad. Look, y'all, I got to get out of here. Crystal say I'm happy. Well, if you happy, I am happy for you. And I mean that genuinely and sincerely. I love all of y'all. I want everybody to enjoy the rest of your day. I enjoyed our conversation. I enjoyed our conversation. I, I want, like I said, everybody enjoy the rest of the day. Go out. It don't look like it's raining right now. So go out, enjoy this weather. It's cool. I turned off the AC and opened up the windows. It is cool out there, and I like it. So if you can get a chance to get out there and enjoy this really nice weather, do it. And of course, as always, as always, Twin say, I would say what you smell like, but don't worry. Oh, I never said, I didn't mention no names. Don't take it seriously. I might not have been talking about you. You really think you the only twin from Chicago who might smell like milk after work, who says Maine every now and then? It could be 1,000 of y'all. It could be 1,000 of y'all. I didn't say you. Don't, get in your feelings about something where you don't even know if it was about you. As always, when you are out and about, do me one favor and be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.